I kind of rescue dogs, and I had five. I've lost two, but
Hmm.
there's one in particular. I had a dream. It was the Labrador. He died about 2 months ago,
Oh,
and I dreamt that he was so lonely, but he was so clingy to me and always at my feet. And it's distressing me, wondering was that I don't know,
he's with your
but
father primarily. Is your father a tall man, by the way, like 6'2"?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
even 6'3", I'd say. Do you have a brother up there, or is it that your dad had a brother that
Oh
died young?
yes, yes. My brother's there too.
Yeah, he's another tall guy. I wouldn't say as tall as your
Yeah,
dad, but kind of up there as
yeah,
well. And
yeah,
and I see your Labrador kind of hopping on your dad's kind of like hip, like excited and hopping up on his hip and jumping up a bit. I was
yeah,
going to
yeah.
tell you before you mentioned anything that I see very vivid dreams with you, that you get dreams of your loved ones, but also just generally you're in
I do.
tune with that. You know, Carl Jung, the great psychiatrist,
Yeah,
said that our dreams are like interfacing with nature, the fabric of the universe. And it's true. And I think that you really have a connection there, and that's where a lot of your mystical experiences will come from. Is Margaret or Maggie your auntie or your grandmother? Who's that? Or I'd say Mary. I just get initials, really. Like,
I have a friend, Marie. She probably died about 15 years ago.
was that a cancer passing? I'm
Yes.
sorry to hear. Okay, because she's very prevalent lately. I don't know if it's because this time of year is birthdays, anniversaries for herself or for you, but I also feel like
I
she's here
think
to
it
help
could
you.
be her husband is ill, and I think he'll probably die very shortly. I think maybe that's probably why.
Okay. Okay, that might be part of it. She's very supportive of you because she's making me feel like you're at the end of one chapter, the beginning of a new chapter, like right around this point in time, where it's like your whole life has kind of started over again in a way. And she's
It is, yeah,
makes me feel
definitely.
like you've had a lot of lessons around romantic love. And you've had to kiss a
Yes.
couple of princes, kiss a couple of frogs. None of them turned to princes, is what I meant to say. And I get a son figure, but is that a nephew or an actual son to you?
I have three sons and I have three grandsons as well. I'm
Yeah,
very close with one son in particular, Danny. He's very soft, very gentle. You
I think one of them in particular. I don't know if
know,
it's a child to one of your boys or if it's one of your boys themselves, but I'm seeing an S name like a Shane or a Sean or something like this. But I feel like new
yeah.
opportunities with work. So if it's one of the boys, maybe he'll have a colleague by that name, or maybe he's got a son by that name. It's not clear to me, but I get a new opportunities with career and business for someone with the S name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But your dogs, and do you have three still?
I have three still. I'm not taking any more on. It's too much heartbreak whenever
Yeah.
they have to go. I'm getting too old for it now.
Doing good. I'm smelling roses and a bush. So this might be a sense memory from one
You
of
will
your
get that
babies.
because my friend Ollie, he's dead now, but he used to, I don't know whether you'd see it if I turned the phone round.
Hmm.
Do you see that? There's bushes outside and rose bushes.
Yeah.
And he planted them. He used to be like my caretaker for the house, but he planted those bushes and he died about maybe 3 years ago.
And I feel that that's from him, but the dogs even go out and sniff and smell the bushes because they
Yeah,
pee
they're
around
right there
there.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
And that's one of the dogs says. Well, I guess you could say says, but they projected to me the smelling the rose bush, and they'd pee around there and look for a gopher or something. There's like a little gopher
Yes.
out
They
there.
do everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well used to it.
Yeah.
You
It's
know.
very, very
Hmm.
sweet. So yeah, the spirit animals. Oh, you know what? I wouldn't go over there if we didn't have our animals. I have a deal with them. I said, when I get up there, I don't want to see a single person. I just want to be with my fur babies for a little while. I've done enough
That's
for
what I want.
humans.
I just want, I have this vision of me going and a cottage and I'm just, all my dogs are there and I'm just with them and it's all happy days, you know?
It's
Good
very true.
times.
It's
Yeah.
very true.
Hmm.
And there's a
Yeah.
turnaround for love with you. And the way I see it in your particular instance is it's a companion. You have to have a basis of friendship, like a real solid
Yeah.
base of that. And it's not, you don't share too quickly, like you both have your own lives. And actually,
Hmm.
he has maybe younger children than you. Not
Hmm.
super young, still kind of independent, but kind of getting out into the world a bit still. So he might be younger than you, which is uncharacteristic for you. You've always been with older people. Like myself, I've always been around older people. But this will be a younger companion who comes into your life and you develop with. in some fundamental way. And I see that romantically. So yeah, it'll be interesting, because as I do these live streams, we have people call back years later sometimes and tell me things that came true or things that they made sense of. Yeah. And I get an A
But
initial.
almost an A. I'll most definitely do that anyway, if something comes back, but this is the first for me and it's all very interesting and it's great, Oh,
Awesome. Awesome. You have a lovely smile, and I really want to thank you for helping me test the Zoom line.
hey, thank you for getting me to do it. I've never done this in my life before, so it's a newbie for me. So I'm feeling like I'm getting very intellectual here with all this kind of technology. So happy days.
Happy days indeed. All right, my friend.
Uh,
We'll talk soon,
hey, have a
Rebecca.
lovely evening. Thank you so much for your time.
You
Thank you.
too. Okay, talk soon. Take